Virgo wants nothing to do with you in the talking stage because they feel like they're solo dolo all their life. They only need themselves. They don't need a partner. And then once Virgo realizes the amount of work that it takes to keep a relationship partner up to their standards, Virgo starts to be more invasive.
See it, I like it, I want it, I got it. I charge my crystals in a full moon. I want it, I got it. I get everything I want because I attract it.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Virgo Therapy, and we are now in session.
And in today's session, we are doing a reaction video. We have a video clip by Mari. He is pretty big on Instagram where he does astrology videos and talk about all the signs. We have a clip by him at Astrology by Mari. He's on YouTube. And we're going to react to his question of, are Virgos clingy? Let's hear what Mari got to say.
So when it comes to Virgo, is Virgo clingy? Is Virgo clingy? Hey, how are you? Is Virgo clingy? Virgo's both. Virgo is both. Virgo is extremely clingy, and they're not clingy at all. Virgo is not clingy when they're single. Virgo is not clingy when they're single. Virgo is extremely clingy when they're in a relationship with you. Virgo wants nothing to do with you in the talking stage because they feel like they're solo dolo all their life. They only need themselves. They don't need a partner. And then once Virgo realizes the amount of work that it takes to keep a relationship partner up to their standards, Virgo starts to be more invasive in your life and more of a control freak Virgo wants you to be there with them, and they want you to be the perfect partner they picked you to be. Once you start to delegate and you start to leave Virgo's perfect world, they have to snatch you up. They have to snatch you up and put you back in place, put you back in line, get you back in line. And so Virgo starts to be a lot more clingy in a control freak way to let you know that they're there for you. You're their partner now, so your property. That's basically what they're telling you. You're your property, and Virgo pays their property taxes. And so you need to, do certain things to not mess up Virgo's controlling image that they've created for themselves. Virgo creates an image for the world to see that paints Virgo in a positive light. And if you mess up Virgo's positive light, you could be a stain on their perfect record. You could be a blotch on Virgo's perfect record. And Virgo don't want that. So Virgo is extremely clingy in the way of being all about you and dedicating a lot of their relationship labor to you because now you're their partner. But if you weren't their partner, Virgo don't care. They don't care about you. Okay, they don't care. I could do a question about Virgo, and then let's go to the next zodiac sign. Virgos are generous. I don't know about all that. Okay, I don't know about all that. Virgo's generosity. I don't know about all that. Okay, I don't know about all that. Let me see. Virgo, stop lying. Stop lying. Are Virgos forgiving? No. Virgos are not forgiving. Virgos are very unforgiving people. Virgo is one of those zodiac signs that feel like they only make the same mistake one time, which is a whole lie. Virgo make a mistake and they spend the rest of their life making that same mistake, especially if it's in a relationship. But Virgo feels like they only make one mistake. So if you make the mistake more than once, it's like unforgivable to Virgo. That's why I'm saying like Virgo is one of those people that like nothing really satisfies them. Virgos feel like you shouldn't make that mistake more than once. So once you do, Virgo can't forgive you for it because now you're doing it on purpose. They think you're doing it on purpose because Virgo would never do it. And then you call out Virgo doing it and then they start malfunctioning. Virgo's eyes start twitching because how dare you? No, Virgos are not forgiving. Hey, how are you? Yeah. All of that good stuff. Now, the video is done.
Oh my.
What you think?
My. He said a lot. Okay, we'll start off with the clingy part. Yeah. Right? So he says that we are and we aren't. Right? We are and we aren't. We are not clingy when we're single. But who clingy when they single though?
You got some girls that be single and they could be talking to a guy and they just want to be up underneath him all the time, even though they're not in a relationship with them. You got some girls that just are like that. whoever they dealing with or talking with, they just want to be around them all the time, or can't sleep alone. You got some women that's like that, but
yeah. So when he says that, we're not clingy when we're single,
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? And the reason he also states that the reason why we're not clingy is because we on our solo dolo, and what we always say on the channel, like we be in our own world, we ain't worried about nobody. We agree. Now the part where he says, and this is this is where it gets interesting, because he says that we are clingy in relationships, right? But we're clingy in a controlling way.
I don't think so. I don't think I agree with that, because I feel like we could be clingy when we want to, but I can't speak for everybody. But I would say for me, it's just the right amount of clinginess, because we like our space. We don't want to be too much on you, because we don't want you too much on us. Because when we need our space, we need our space.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say it's in a controlling way, or maybe he means like how when we do want to be clingy or be around our partner, we are demanding of that because we want it right then and there. So it could be, in a sense.
All right, so I will agree with him for myself, right? So it's not so much clingy as far as wanting to be around you all the time, as opposed to clinginess, referring to, for instance, me knowing where you are all the time.
Yeah.
Me knowing, like for me, as far as like with my girl, what do you have on? What's going on around you? What are you doing?
So all of those things would be clingy?
It can be, because there's some like relationships where they'll be like, I don't need to know where my partner is every second of the day.
Yeah.
I don't agree. I need to know where my person is.
Baby girlfriend don't play that.
Yeah, I need to know where my person is every second of the day. If someone asks me, so where is stuff? I better have an answer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I just thought clingy was like when you like to be up underneath them all the time. I didn't know it was as far as those things, but if it's that, then yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's a lot of it's the controlling thing when it comes to Virgo.
Well,
so
yeah, I would agree with that.
Like you being all up in there.
Yeah, I would agree with that, because baby girlfriend don't play none of that other stuff. I need to know what I need to know when I need to know it. That.
Yeah. So he says that we're controlling, and when so this is what he says. We begin to start being controlling when you divvy off from what we expect you to be, whatever, right?
Yeah, when you start doing a little extra stuff outside of your norm,
now the clause is coming out, because it's like, now we on top of you, and your actions and stuff. So with that, I agree.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I agree with the we can be. I'm sure there's some Virgos who can just want to be up under their mate all the time. I'm sure, but I think even the ones that might be clingy, I think there's spurts of clinginess. So you might have a moment where you want to be up under your mate for this stretch, and then you'll go back into your regular, I want to be by myself, blah blah blah, that type of thing. Because I don't really see it lasting so long where you just, I don't know. We got a balance. We do have a balance. I think. I think it's a perfect balance of we give you the right amount of up under you-ness, and then also where we're fine being alone space and stuff. Yeah.
So we would agree with the clingy part.
Yeah.
Do we think that we are forgiving?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. Even if we don't extra out our life, that thing, we're still holding it against you.
Yeah, I would
in
agree
some
with
way,
that.
shape, or form.
Yeah, even if I would agree with that. I would agree with that. If we keep you in our life, and it's like we still move forward with you, whatever you did, best believe we ain't forget about it. It's still at the forefront of our brains, and we holding on to it. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
But why he try to play us and say that that Virgos, all right, so remember how we always be like, we look down on people, almost kind of like look down on people who find themselves in situations where it's like, you could have avoided that type of thing. Yeah. He tried to say that we also find ourselves in those type of situations, but we don't like to admit that, or that he also said we make the same mistakes over and over and over in our relationships. But if someone calls us on it, it's like, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Like, that ain't me. That ain't what I do.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone does that to us, we cancel them.
That probably is true. Because it's like, you know, we deal with our own stuff ourselves. We don't need nobody else coming to address nothing with us. We gonna address us. We don't allow nobody else to address us. But if we see it, it's like, oh no, baby, we ain't playing that.
Yeah.
You doing that a little bit too many times. Time for you to go.
We are like that. I think there are like, some Virgos that, like in my own relationship, I've made the same mistake a few times. But each time the mistake was made, I look at it as its own personal, different
like
mistake. Like, this is not the same thing as that other thing.
No, because this was a different time.
Yeah.
But
and then
whole time is the whole. You doing the same thing. Or
like
the same thing.
About? Yeah, it's the same exact thing. You keep doing this, and I'm like, because the last time I had red shoes on, and this time I got on brown. So it's different.
Yeah.
But one thing a Virgo will do is not justify what they do, but they always have an excuse as to why they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Yeah,
always.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, so it's like, I guess that goes with people saying that Virgos will never think that they're wrong. And they always think that they're right.
We don't. Yeah, we don't.
What was the next one he said?
Generous.
Generous. Is Virgos generous?
What you think?
I'm not. Only with select people, which is normally your partner, your child, maybe your best friend, but not just any regular day.
Generous as far as like going to what extent though?
All right, so like a lot of Virgos are nice and they will give you, they will give their last to certain people. But I think Virgos are selective.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll just, unless they're in the mood to do it, you know what I'm saying? Like volunteer. We're volunteer type of people, and we'll do that. But on just a regular basis, we are given, but I don't know.
I would agree with you. I would say we are definitely selective of who we do that with, but also, me personally, I feel like if it's somebody that I don't know, I would have to feel it like intuitionally. Is that a word?
We're gonna use it. I like that.
I would have to feel it intuitionally to feel like, oh, something is moving me to help this person or help this whatever is going on. Then I'll still be generous as far as somebody that I don't know. But outside of that, yeah, I have to know you. Have to be in my little close knit of circle, or we have to be locked in some type of way. Other than that, I ain't.
Yeah, I think Virgo will decide whether they can afford to do it first. You know what I'm saying? Some people would just, without a second thought, would give the shirt off their back. Some people would. But, a Virgo will be like, I love this shirt. Is this my favorite shirt? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is this my favorite?
Certain stuff it is like that,
Yeah. Before we'll be like, oh yeah, I'll give it to you. Not this one, but I got a few of them in the house. You know what I'm saying? So a Virgo is kind of like that. I think they are giving. I think they're high up in as far as other signs that isn't stingy, but it's stipulations to it. That's what I think. I think it's some kind of payoff behind it, whatever that may be. It could be to uplift yourself, to make you feel like you get whatever that is. I think that.
I think there are those people that, when we help people, it make us feel good. I think it might be for everybody, but I don't know. For me, it ain't really never really a catch for me. I feel like if I'm going to do it, if I choose to do it, I don't want nothing in return from it. But
it builds you up to give.
Like,
it does feel good to give. I mean, it really, really does feel good to give. But for me, I always look at whether I can afford to do it first. I don't want to jam myself. I think of myself first and what I have saved, and whether I'm going to actually need it. Like, is it? I think of all that. Can I replace it before I do it?
Yeah.
Because I mean, you don't want to be the kind of person that give, and you depleted of your needs, or you don't got the money you needed for a certain thing because you done gave all your money away.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I would, yeah. It just depends. It depends on what it is that you're giving. Because I feel like for me, I got that. I don't know. My mentality is like, if I'm going to do it, I'm gonna give it back. I just feel like the universe is just going to give it back to me.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
But if it's one of those things where it's like, all right, just say somebody will borrow some money or whatever it is, I do sometimes do what you do. Like,
Okay.
you know, make sure it ain't going to put me in a hole or maybe
Yeah.
it ain't going to jam me up nowhere.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, you know, that giving and get you, that just all come back to you. So I feel like some way, somehow it's going to work out in the end for me to get it back however I need to get it back.
So if I have extra money, you know if you can afford to give it, you know, give it. So it'd be like, you know, I mean, like, this is nothing here. I mean, we do that often, but a Virgo can also turn into that person that everybody keep coming to and always calling on and getting them out of a jam and needing them for a favor and needing to borrow a Virgo will easily become that person.
Yeah,
because we always got ourselves together.
Yeah, and we so reliable. So it's like, I know I could put it up for this. Like, we are reliable people.
Right. So you got to make sure that you're not so generous and so giving that you end up being that guy. You know what I'm saying? Being the yes person. No, because what I've learned is, and this is going kind of off the Virgo topic, but a person is going to find another way. If you say no to them, they're just going to knock on the next door. So whether you got issue with yourself as far as you feeling guilty, like I gotta do this, or you're gonna feel bad if you don't do it, understand that if you don't do it, they're gonna find somebody else who will do it. And that's just how people are. It just so happened that you're the person who always tell me yes. So I'm going to keep coming to you. I'm going to keep coming to you because you say yes, Virgo. If that is you, Virgo, stop it.
You talking to me, y'all?
Yeah, stop it, Naya. Stop
you talking
it.
to me? Like, I'm overly giving. I don't know. It's just I just feel like, I don't know, giving. I just trust the fact that it's going to come back to me, and I don't know whether somebody using you for it or whatever the case may be. I just always know it's going to come back. That's how I feel. Yeah. But yeah, to an extent, I do need to stop it.
Yeah, it's a balance.
Yeah,
it's a balance. So, you know, what did he cover anything else?
That was it. No.
All right. So, what do you guys think of a Virgo being in a relationship? Like, are you clingy? Like, are you the clingy type? And do you consider, you know, knowing where your mate is or being controlling in the aspect of what they might be wearing, how they might be acting? Do you act that way? Are you controlling, and do you consider that to be clingy?
And are you guys forgiving? And are you guys generous? Let us know your thoughts, your experiences in the comments below.
Yep, that's it.
That's a wrap.
And we will see you guys in our next video.